My son will never ever tell me, "Mommy, do you want more wine?" Okay, we're doing this. So I know these topics don't usually get lots of views and I might come off judgy, but I am about to share why I got sober in motherhood and why mommy wine culture is toxic. Thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who hit that subscribe button, who watches my videos. Hello to everyone who is new here. Let me know in the comments which kind of content you expect from me. And let's unwrap this topic. I've been sober for 7 months now. And yes, not the longest. I haven't had alcohol because I had 2 pregnancies. First time I wasn't drinking for 15 months. But back then, I didn't have a problem with alcohol. Yes, that was different circumstances. Of course, I didn't want to hurt my baby in any way. Having 2 kids isn't easy. Having them both at home for about half a year or so wasn't easy either. Starting school for my first wasn't easy. Not sleeping well, not getting my needs met, not going many places. It all led to quick and easy solution to feel happy and relaxed. A glass of wine, 2 glasses of wine, 3 glasses of wine. It was getting out of control at some point. Not in a way where I would get drunk out of my mind, not in a way where I would get aggressive over needing a drink, but alcohol and desire to have a glass of wine, or 2 or 3, like I said, was consuming my mind. And that has a domino effect when you are a mom, when you are stay-at-home mom, when you are taking care of most of the chores. Oftentimes, after I put kids to bed, I would look at my messy kitchen, my messy living space. I would just say, not today, I'm having a glass of wine and sitting down to watch Netflix and eat junk. How many jokes about Netflix and junk have you read on internet lately? I didn't get dishes done, I didn't pick up toys, maybe I didn't even shower. I overate before sleep. I didn't get as much sleep as I could have. So instead of learning how to make myself feel better for a long run, I was turning to wine because it's a quick solution, we all know that. And again, like I said in the beginning, I might come off judgy, and I know lots of you probably still have that glass or 2 of wine or whatever it is that you like to drink. I know people in my circle do that. I'm just sharing my experience and hopefully more people can hear it and maybe eventually make some changes in their life, because quitting alcohol helped me so much in improving my health, improving my sleep, improving cleanliness of my home and feeling more organized and being on top of the things. I am learning to feel happy or relaxed without it. I am learning other ways to feel better in the moment, or how to plan in advance to feel better tomorrow, like going to sleep earlier, that this is in my power when my kids are sleeping. I'm not doing Netflix, junk and wine. I am going to sleep earlier. I load my dishwasher, I clean the kitchen. Most of the days it's like that, and it's been beautiful. My health, as probably you heard me talk about, was not very good, and I've been getting sick every single time my kid will bring something from preschool. I sometimes would get very sick, and of course when the mom gets sick, everything just goes south and it's very hard to catch up. And one of the biggest reasons that my immunity was so low was lack of sleep. And like I said, because of the domino effect, lack of sleep partially was caused by alcohol, and of course low immunity was also partially due to alcohol intake. I did not drink every single day, and probably the amount and how often I was drinking is pretty common and pretty acceptable in our society, but that's why I'm filming this video, because the mommy wine culture where we see all over the internet, I put my kids to bed, now I'm having a glass of wine, watching TV, pictures of moms next to like bathtub with their kids drinking wine because it's 6 p.m. We are very much done with the day, and it's hard to handle kids' emotions and it's hard to handle your own emotions. Well, that's what I was doing too. Pretty much what the internet showed me was normal, I was longing to do hoping that's gonna help me, and it did, you know, make me feel good in the moment. Sometimes I would need wine to clean at night, and I would need wine to don't scream at my kids because I would feel overwhelmed and I just didn't know how to handle my emotions. How can I teach my kids to handle their emotions when I don't know how to handle mine other than drink wine? And when my first starts noticing these patterns, she would be offering to pour me more wine, and that was a horrible feeling because I really don't want them to have in their minds that alcohol is a normal part of life. It's something that is always at the house, that's something that mommy always drinks. And I've seen some posts online from moms who do that and share that and have a big following to protect themselves and protect this mommy wine culture. Let me do me and all that, don't get into my business. I think that when you have a big following, you do have certain responsibility, and good for you if you don't get addicted to things easily, but lots of us, including me apparently, are prone to addictions in general to a certain extent, some of us more, some of us less. And when you normalize drinking because you're overwhelmed, because you are tired, because you are feeling aggressive, is not the answer. And for moms like me, it could trigger those addictions. Also, mommy wine culture affects breastfeeding journeys. I've started drinking more when I was breastfeeding my second, since it's been, you know, normalized, like, oh, it's okay to drink and breastfeed, but it's so confusing for so many people. Where is that line? How long you have to wait? The thing is, it's so different for everyone, depending on your weight, depending on how alcohol affects you, depending on which kind of drink you're having. And it's hard to tell exactly when you're gonna be okay to breastfeed again. And when you let yourself go to town and have drinks, and then, yeah, your child is sleeping, but then he is awake in the middle of the night, you're tipsy and sleepy and tired yourself. You want the child to go to bed, you're just breastfeed the child. And unfortunately, probably most of those times there was some amount of alcohol in that breast milk. I'm so not proud of this. I am still feeling guilty about it, and I wish society would show me better ways to have me time, healthier ways to go out and do things. We need to follow more accounts that promote healthy options of rest, recovery, and just free time spending, healthy options of dates with your spouse, and healthy vacations, meaning restoring, filled with sunshine, exercise, smiles, good mood, nature. These are all fundamental things to our mood, our mental health. And I know this is a very controversial topic, but it just does not make sense to me how so many moms, when they have anxiety, depression, they are prescribed drugs, and the doctors are not encouraging to take a holistic approach. Let's start with quitting alcohol. Let's start with eating better. Let's start with getting more sun. Like, prioritizing it. I know we all know that, but do we do it? And lately I've started doing it, and it's been just life-changing. And it all started with quitting alcohol. And there was a chain of things that led me to quit completely, because first of all I noticed that I can't just stop on a little bit because it's not getting me where I want to be, and it's just tasty and I want to treat myself, and this whole shebang, and just like a ritual, which I might make another video on how I replace these rituals and what did I do to stay strong, and what do I do in the hard moments, how do I take care of myself now. The fact that to be happy I need alcohol, to celebrate anything I need alcohol, otherwise I won't feel celebration, I won't feel like it's my birthday. Like when I was pregnant and I wasn't able to drink on my birthday or on New Year's, it felt different, but it was all in my head. I was upset I can't do it, means I can't celebrate, but that's not true at all. I had a beautiful New Year this year. It was amazing because I had a different mindset. I've learned a little more how to be happy, energized, light, smiling, just in a good humor, in a good mood without any doping. Huge thing is also that overeating at night. Actually, recently I stopped eating at night as well because I just started being more in tune with my body after quitting alcohol. I am grateful I am not drinking almost every other morning because, you know, sometimes kids wake up, sometimes they're sick, and I maybe didn't have a good night. But if I had a couple of glasses of something before, it would be even worse. And just the clearness of my mind together with a better sleep, I am a different person. It's such a different quality of life, it's such a different productivity, different mindset, and just like I said, an opportunity to teach my kids with my example. Because in one of my previous videos about unpopular opinions in parenthood, I said that there is nothing you can tell, you only can show them. If you want them to know that alcohol isn't good, you can't drink it yourself. And look, I understand there might be some occasional, couple of times a year, special drink on a birthday or Christmas for some people, but for us, keeping alcohol at home, showing like it's a normal daily thing and something we do when we try to get out and enjoy ourselves and have fun, is not what we want to show to our kids. And I'm so glad that my daughter will never, and my son will never ever tell me, "Mommy, do you want more wine?" As of now, I don't see myself coming back to it even occasionally, because all the benefits of quitting alcohol are so much greater than that one drink that will make me feel bad next morning. Even though you might not notice now the effect of one drink if you've been drinking, you know, often, a few times a week. When you get sober, you get so clean and clear, your mind, your body. And as they say, it's better to think not what quitting alcohol gives you, but what is it that alcohol takes away from you. And I don't want anything to be taken away. I need all this energy, I need all this patience that I've regained with my kids, while also, you know, learning other techniques, how to handle myself. And it's not always perfect. Yet I've been a better mom after I quit alcohol. Quit alcohol. You'll be a better parent and a better person. Besides mental health, my skin is better. I get sick less often, or if I do, I get healthy again much faster. My mind is sharper, more patience, more happiness. I'm losing weight little by little. I'm just becoming a better version of myself. I'm able to exercise more often, because isn't it hard to exercise when you are hangover? Because you can be hungover even after 1 or 2 glasses of wine, and if you don't sleep well on top of that because of your kids, it's terrible. And I'm pretty sure I know lots of moms live like this. And why do we do it to ourselves? Why add something on top of something you can't control? Like, mostly we can't control our kids waking up at night needing us. Take control of what you have control over. Going to sleep earlier, quitting alcohol, going for more walks, exercising more often. And like I said, it all started for me and can start for you with quitting alcohol. You seriously don't need that in your life. A good way to quit is try not drinking anything for just 1 month, 30 days. And studies say that oftentimes people who do that don't go back to drinking and quit forever. Also, talking about health, healthy habits, healthy foods, and money. A lot of people say, oh, healthy stuff costs money. But let's think about it this way. When you quit alcohol, or let's say reduce it dramatically if it works for you, you save so much money that you, if you're wise with it, can reinvest in healthy foods, healthy drinks, other healthy stuff that you think you might need. And actually you might just save it, because just quitting alcohol by itself will improve your health so much. When we drink alcohol, we wash out so many vitamins, microelements, minerals, everything. It ruins our body. It's so toxic. And there is a reason why they say there is not a safe amount of alcohol to drink when you're pregnant. There is not a safe amount of alcohol to drink in any state you are. And I see how lately more people get sober, and it's so inspiring and finally so eye-opening for everybody. I really hope that this makes more people go the same route and see that the alcohol is a demon and it's not something we need in our life, and it's not so hard to quit, and it's not very hard to feel happy almost right away after quitting alcohol. Of course, it all depends how addicted you were to it. I did have 2 to 3 drinks, maybe 3 times a week in the end of my journey, and I consider that already being an addiction, because for me it was. I was thinking about it, I wanted to buy wine, I wanted to have it at home so that when I feel overwhelmed or want to treat myself, I can have that. I was looking forward to it, and it's just so unhealthy. And it's so unhealthy to feel unhappy when you cannot have a drink on a special occasion. Why I don't want to let myself even have a little bit here and there? A lot of people say, just, you know, drink a little bit and stop. I think that it will kind of open the door for me and let me have a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit not gonna do anything, and I can have a little bit anytime, but it just doesn't work for me. I'm glad if it works for some of you, if you can just sip a little and be done, but it just didn't work for me. And that's why promoting alcohol on the internet, instead of showing how you meditate or prioritize your sleep and go to sleep earlier, for example, right, you show that you drink wine to cope, and this is not a good coping mechanism. If you're sober yourself, let me know how long it's been. When is your soberversity? I'm looking forward to mine. It's in November, and just let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Is mommy wine culture toxic? Should we be posting whatever we want, even if it's wine to cope after a hard day with kids? Let's talk in the comments. Subscribe for a new video every week, and I'll see you in this one.